Restaurants and businesses from the mountains to the plains have been left tattered and torn from this pandemic.
But tonight, Denver 7's Russell Haythorne takes us to northeastern Colorado. It shows us how small town's grit can lead to a very successful rebound.
In the far northeastern corner of colorful Colorado,
Beautiful community, beautiful people.
sits the town of Holyoke,
896.
where being neighborly
My golly, it's just the best.
kind of comes with the territory.
Especially old farm communities like this. There's a lot of pride in this town.
Pride that extends from the new gym in town down the street to the 100-year-old Peerless Theater.
My parents actually dated and came to this theater.
And how many theaters can say the popcorn in the popper is actually grown in this town? But just like many other small towns, the coronavirus pandemic has hit hard here.
No catering, no dining room.
It's kind of tough normally in a small town.
Businesses with already thin profit margins now pushed to the brink.
I stay closed 6 weeks, but bills doesn't stop.
And yet, that's the thing about small towns.
My husband's from Holyoke Farms.
When the going gets tough, the tough people get going.
We just started gathering information.
We wanted to team up with Holly in the chamber.
I still remember the day she called me.
They're talking about a stimulus check going out. I still have my job. I'm still getting my paycheck. It's not any money that I need or expected.
They named it the Help Holyoke Fund.
We assigned certain portions of the phone book.
We put ads out in the local newspaper.
Residents donated their stimulus checks to keep those small town businesses
We weren't
alive.
in a position to be able to pay our employees.
The donations just started pouring in, and I cut 23 checks to business owners.
Salons, gyms, theaters, restaurants.
Help Holyoke came in and just handed us money.
From the coffee shop
Without that help, we might not be doing this interview right now.
to the diner,
It really was touching to us and to our employees at a bad time.
the nail salon,
It was amazing. I couldn't believe some people just donate the money.
People come out and say, what are you cooking here? I said, it's brisket.
even this Texas transplant can keep the barbecue smoking.
And they distributed a ton of money.
It was the support. And see, I get emotional talking about that, but it's so much support in this town.
You know it's going to help, but you don't really actually understand it until, the checks are handed out and you can see the faces of the business owners.
We received 2 checks. Our first one was around $1,300 and our second one was around $1,000.
And what's more,
I did participate.
there's more to this story.
We wanted to help and make sure that people could keep going.
They gave directly to the people of Holyoke, too,
Yeah.
like Mary Ann Landis.
I cried. Because who does that? Who helps somebody they don't know? That's what this town is about. Sorry. It was such a relief. Such a huge, huge relief.
In the end,
It was over $90,000.
a small town redefining what it means to be a good neighbor.
I have never felt more welcome in a small town than I have here.
With photojournalist Drew Smith in Holyoke, Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Wow, and those are good neighbors, aren't they? And get this, Holyoke's smaller neighbor to the west, Haxton, decided to do the same thing. And they raised about $25,000 in a similar effort.